Hi guys, I thought I would do a little Q&A as a video this week. I say this week, but there will also be 2 more videos this week. I asked for questions on Instagram, as I always do. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you would like to be involved in the next Q&A, definitely give me a follow on there. But I've chosen a few questions. I don't like how this is set up, if I'm honest. Right, let's get cracking into it. I chose the questions last night and I cannot remember what they say. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, what Hogwarts house do you belong to? I'm going to give you 15 seconds to guess below which one do you think that I would belong to. I have actually taken the quiz 3 times. And the first time I was a Gryffindor and I was quite miffed about it, even though I probably am a Gryffindor. But the second and third time that I took it, I was a Slytherin. I feel like I belong in the Slytherins. What meal would you eat for the rest of your life if you could only choose one? I think it would be a sandwich and crisps, because they didn't say that you can't change the filling. So you can have so many different flavoured sandwiches. And if you're craving like tuna, you can have a tuna sandwich. If you're craving a roast dinner, you could have a chicken and stuffing sandwich, and you can change the flavour of crisps. And you can also have a toasted sandwich if you want something warm. I just thought that was a really good idea. What is the hardest thing about being a woman in your opinion? Sending love and healing. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do this from my experience. I really don't think this is the hardest thing overall about being a woman. There are a lot more difficult things about being a woman, like being sexualized all the time, being underpaid at work for the same job that a man does. There are a lot of things about being a woman that suck. But in my personal opinion, it would probably be if you're having an issue with your period that you know isn't normal. Doctors are more than likely just to say, oh, it's just your period, it's just a side effect. On average, it takes women 8 years to be diagnosed with endometriosis, and that is 8 years of pain, 8 years of constantly going to the doctor and being ignored. And that's something that I'm going through at the minute, and it's really actually quite scary to go to the doctor and speak about like how much pain you're in, how bad your mood swings are, just to be told, oh, it's just a period, like when it's clearly not. So I personally think, from my opinion, that is one of the worst things about being a woman, how ignored your health issues can be. Would you ever consider single parenthood, or do you think you need a partner for that? I would definitely consider single parenthood. The place I'm in my life right now, I can't actually see me parenting a child with somebody. I'm very independent and I just struggle so hard to let people in. I know this isn't right, because I know if I had a partner, they would probably add so much to my life. But in my opinion, like where I'm at right now, I kind of think like, what are they gonna add to my life? They're not gonna add anything. Like, I'm so happy with my work life. I've got really great friends, and I just think like, what are you actually gonna add except for wanting to see me all the time, which I don't want to do. I just like my alone time. So I kind of think right now it would be extremely difficult to parent a child alone. I can't even imagine, like I'm definitely not at that stage of my life right now, but I would consider it as an option. What are you dressing up as for Halloween? I haven't dressed up for Halloween since like 2016. But I think if I was to dress up for Halloween this year, the thing that springs to my mind is Velma. I did a makeup look as Velma. I'll try and find a picture and insert it. And I just felt like all the vibes as Velma. And I would really like to do it with her whole outfit. Although I probably wouldn't wear a skirt. I'd get some like burnt orange trousers or something. It would just be so fun. When will you be getting your kitchen done? I really would love it done before Christmas, but I honestly don't see that happening. I've got quite a big launch with my shop and I just would have no time to deal with it. So next year, definitely, hopefully at the start of next year. I really want my kitchen done. It doesn't work for me at all. There are so many things that I want to improve on. I have literally no cupboard space. Even though I've got a lot of cupboards, they're tiny cupboards. They hardly fit anything in. So like all my appliances, my pans, there's no pan drawer. They're on the side. Like everything is just on the side and I have no prep space for anything. Yeah, I really want it done ASAP. One thing you've discovered about yourself throughout the process of launching your shop. I've discovered that I'm very good at spreadsheets. I never thought I would be that person, but I am very organized and very good at spreadsheets, and they're color coded. They're actually quite incredible. I wish I could insert one here just to show you, but it's private. What qualities do you most admire or respect in others? I admire manners massively. Could not be around anyone without manners. And one thing that I really admire in other people is the ability to be able to grow as a human, to not be super stubborn and be like, I'm not changing. People should grow and change all the time in your opinions, just how you are as a person, your personality. I don't think it's normal for people to stay the exact same for years. So I really admire people who are super open to that, like learning new things and yeah, just growing as a person. Why aren't you hiring people to help out with Juniper Moon? I would love to hire someone to help out with Juniper Moon, but I've only just launched the shop. Hiring people costs money, and if we're talking like from a business side of view, I don't know how much money the business is going to bring in, aka I don't know if I can hire someone really. I don't know. I'm trying to leave it a year and then I'm going to reevaluate, and I would love for Juniper Moon to have a team of people, like just a team of lovely people who are all super close and get on really well and stuff. So that is my aim for the future, but I'm just kind of taking the first year to see how it goes really. What hair colour haven't you gone but would like to? I've been every colour except for green and blue, and I would love to do this. I loved it when Kylie had this colour hair. I thought it was so nice. What made you decide to take the plunge with starting your company? So this has been in the works for over a year now, since I joined my new management. The first thing I mentioned to them was that I would love to have like a homeware range or something like that, but it really truly came into fruition during lockdown. I think a lot of people have realized during lockdown like what their true passion is or what they really want to be doing with their life. Yeah, at the start of lockdown I was very unhappy. I just felt really unfulfilled. I don't think it's normal to have YouTube as a job, if I'm honest. Like for 6 years the only thing that I've really had to focus on is myself, and yeah, that's good, but oh my god, I miss being part of a team and having your life as your job. I personally do not think it's normal. They get too intertwined, and I just got to the point where I wasn't enjoying filming videos because it was so much about my life, and then that would get torn apart and then I'd be upset, and when you're upset you don't want to be on camera, and it was just this never-ending circle. So at the start of lockdown I was like, I really need to do something that I love. So that's when it properly became a plan in my life. I'd been thinking about it for honestly years. I've designed so many things, like literally so many things over the last year and a half that I've not been happy with, or I've ended up like not wanting to release. But it just seemed like the perfect time, like during lockdown, to focus time on it. Do you plan to move again soon or buy another property? Such a tricky question. It all depends how my career goes, basically. I would love to buy somewhere in Manchester. I would really love to be closer to my family, aka my mom, closer to friends. I've got a few friends up north who I would really love to be closer to, but I love my flat so much in Brighton that it would pain my soul to sell it. Honestly, it all depends on how well business goes and if I can afford to buy a second property. I don't know, I can't answer that, but I would love to have somewhere closer to my mom because she's a 6-hour drive away, and yeah, just feels so far. How did you come up with the name Juniper Moon? I actually had a look at my baby name list when I was trying to think of a name for the shop, and Juniper has always been one of my favorite names. I just think it's so sweet. I actually would genuinely use it as a name as well for a child. I think it's so nice, like Juno as a nickname is really cool as well. So yeah, that was just an instant click. But then I went through second names with my friends, but I really like the sound of companies like Oliver Bonus, Urban Outfitters, when there's 2 names to it, and we thought of loads of names like Juniper Road, Juniper Lake, Juniper Lane, but Juniper Moon just kind of clicked and sounded really good, so I decided to go with that, and I'm really happy with it. Oh my gosh, I've just seen a question and it's like low-key triggered me. Are you still doing Slimming World? No. I'm gonna be honest right now, I think Slimming World is so toxic. I did it for maybe about a year, maybe like 10 months-ish. And I did it with 2 of my friends, and we've all developed really bad mentality towards food through doing Slimming World. I don't think it's good. I don't think they teach good habits, and I would not recommend it to anyone. In fact, I'm very tempted to take my Slimming World what I eat in a day videos down, because I do not want to be associated with that company. I just think they're really bad for mental health, like incredibly bad. I don't do any diet or anything at the minute. I just eat intuitively. If I want a massive greasy pizza, I'm gonna have one. If I want a salad, I'm gonna have one. And since I've taken the focus off of dieting and diet culture, which I've been heavily involved in for like the last 4 or 5 years, I've actually developed an okay relationship with food. Yeah, I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. My focus in life isn't to lose weight, and that has always been my focus in life, literally my #1 focus. If anyone asked where I wanted to be in 5 years, I would be like, hopefully skinny. And that is just so terrible. It's such a terrible mindset to be in. But yeah, since I've taken like diet culture out of my life, I am the happiest I've probably ever been. Even though I'm not 100% happy with my body, I don't think I ever will be. But like my relationship with food and stuff is so much better. I don't see food as bad, because it's not bad, it's food. Yeah. And those are all the questions that I'm gonna answer today. Again, if you would like to be involved in the next Q&A, if you've got a juicy question for me, definitely follow me on Instagram. I might make this a monthly thing or a bi-monthly thing, just to answer a few questions where I'm at in life right now. That might be quite nice. But give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!